Immediately in down the left-hand side. Again, another one of our important players. He's going to play the ball to Bodu. Spins. Oh, Miron Bodu scores inside 5 minutes. What a start to the game for us. Need the runner to come. Ravel Morrison here on the ball. Ødegaard goes his way through. Ødegaard in towards the box. And he finds the bottom corner. Second away goal achieved. Maybe I'm just being a bit biased and trying to clutch at straws. But I think we should be okay from this point now. I don't think there is time for Zagreb to grab 2, which is what they need in order to go through here. A minute to play. That should be it. Okay. We secure our spot in this year's Champions League, then group stage at least. I believe the draw has been made. So, drum roll, please, as we see who it's going to be. I've not seen it myself, so this is the first time that I'm viewing it. Here we go. I've pressed the button. Look at that group. Spreads it out towards Ødegaard. 1-2 with Ravel Morrison. It's absolutely brilliant. Ødegaard gets it back and pulls it back. And that is a brilliant move. Finished off quite sensationally by Miron Boadu. I think that was the change they made. Coutinho's delivery. Please not now. Greg Taylor underneath it. Does enough to put his man off. And there is the full-time whistle. Barcelona 0. The Graafschap 1. We take down the Spanish Giants. We owed them after last time at the Camp Nou. And that, my friends, depending on results elsewhere, has secured our spot at least in the knockout rounds of the Champions League. But of course, this is what it's all about, the Champions League, and this is where we find ourselves, topping Group D after 5 games. So we have booked our spot into the knockout rounds because Liverpool did defeat CSKA. Who can try and break now. Gnabry's gone. And look at this. This is where we're going to hurt them, I think, City. If Serge Gnabry can play Daniel de Groot, we might be in de Groot. And it's in the back of the net. City 0. De Graafschap 1. 10 minutes on the clock at the Etihad. Daniel de Groot has scored. Oh, fantastic from Milivojevic. And he's played Serge Gnabry, who's in behind. Gnabry towards the edge of the area. It comes back out. And there's number 2. Ravel Morrison's got it. Morrison. Patrick. Beister, brilliant. What have we got then? Beister towards Patrick again. Now Morrison, now Herrera. Herrera to Gnabry. Lovely play. Gnabry to finish it off. Straight the goalkeeper back towards Gnabry, and he's got the rebound. We are 3-0 in front. Oh, yes. Oh, KDB should have had a shot. It's come back to him. He might do, and he does. Just as I said he should have had a shot, he did. Gibbs White got fortunate earlier on in the game to get a touch that came back to him. And now so have Manchester City, and KDB has broke the deadlock here. We've had chances ourselves as it's found its way through to Herrera, and that ball has not left the field of play, but there we go. We go through to the quarterfinals of the Champions League. We didn't win on the night, and I'm actually a bit disappointed about that. Having said that, though, we've done the job. That would hurt the most. Jeez, he's quite, well, he's up for it. He seems all right, but it would have hurt. Fantastic save, though. Patrick from distance, maybe. Patrick with a moment of quality. What a strike. Julian Jose out wide. Ball down the line. Todibo up against Marega. Todibo's got to go over and try and sort this out. Now it's chance to put a cross in. There it is. Demir Bay. He's done it again. He's actually done it again. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Oh, I can't switch to the right player. Lanzini's going to score. I couldn't switch to my centre-back. It went to Greg Taylor instead. I mean, I got caught out here when I made that run there with Milivojevic. But there, you saw it switch to Greg Taylor and not my centre-back. And Lanzini smashed Hoffenheim in front here then, 37 minutes in. That this is going to have to be inch perfect from Patrick to find this top corner. Patrick! Oh, it is inch perfect! What a goal from Patrick! And I apologise to any headphone users, but this guy is spectacular. Something about us as we find Patrick again. Got that goal, didn't he, Patrick? Look at this skill as he found de Groot. Look, we're waiting for somebody in the box. De Groot smashes it. Oh, Ravel Morrison's on it. And we're 2-1 in front. The turnaround has been completed here. De Groot, is that going to be it? Daniel de Groot swings one last delivery in, and there should be it, my friends. It has been tense, but we have done it. I might be feeling a little bit under the weather with this call, but I tell you what, my mood is right up there right now. we have looked a little bit lackluster going forward, I'm not going to lie. And I'm looking at this thinking, how are we going to go to Spain and score in this one? And remember, even if this ends 0-0, we do have to go to Spain and score. There is a chance! Oh, right on cue! Daniel de Groot has headed us in front. 7 to go. We find the breakthrough. Commentator's curse. Just as I'm saying, we look lackluster going forward. There's the goal. It was their turn to strike. Lamar finding Rodri. Rodri to Saul. Saul back towards Lamar. He played it to Griezmann, who worked the space really well, actually, with the movement. At first, I was saying about the fact that Ebo just allowed him to do it, but point now, it means they can't get any away goals. If we could grab one, it would be huge to do that. And then, 5 minutes later, I lost my marbles because Patrick is something else. He did this. And even if I lost my marbles at 1-1, I didn't know what to do with myself when this happened to not too long later. 10, in fact, later. Another Academy graduate, Daniel de Groot, gets through 1-on-1 and slides it past the oncoming Jan Oblak to make it 2-1. I seriously wish that I had remembered that my mic was muted and I would have been able to give you the reactions. Especially for this goal going in right here, because the time was still in the game if Atletico could do something magical. And Saul, on the stroke of half-time, did pull them back on the night to 2-2. So again, they need just 2 more goals to send them through to a Champions League final. But for us, it did not matter. The damage was done. And it was just really a difficult task for Atletico, who had to get 2 more, and they could not do it. I remember saying at this point, we dare to dream, and this is what happens when you do. The Graafschap, a side that hadn't played Champions League football under our reign up until this season. We were knocked out at the round of 16 stage in the Europa League last year, and now in a Champions League final. And all of that has led us to this point today. The chance for us to make history as a team. The first time this club has ever been here. And what a moment this is. Sit back, relax, and hopefully enjoy the Champions League final of 2021. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the Champions League final. Hopefully you enjoyed the build-up to that. But before we get into the Champions League final, before we get into all the good stuff, I have to show you the highlights of our last game of the season in the league before we can jump into that. So let's get into those first. So, our final game of the Eredivisie came against Venlo at home. And of course, if we avoided defeat here, we would achieve a fully unbeaten league season to cap off what's been an incredible year here. Obviously, winning the league, winning the cup, potentially unbeaten, potential Champions League as well. All of that would be absolutely massive. And things got off to the best possible start for us. Ivan Herrera scored to give us the lead on the stroke of half-time. It was a very good finish, actually, as well, and we'll see who is going to lead the line when it comes to the Champions League final in just a few moments' time, whether or not it will be Ivan Herrera or, of course, Boss. But it was good to see that Ivan Herrera was able to put that one home and give us a lead in what was quite a convincing first half for us. We pretty much battered them. Second half, 2 minutes to go until we end off the game. It was comfortable throughout, and Ravel Morrison made sure of the victory when he headed in following the goalkeeper trying to punch it out. It was there to be had. And again, we literally battered them for 90 minutes. We were all over them in their own half. So we had to try and make sure we got the victory here. And the victory it was. And also then the fully unbeaten season completed. It's a bit of a hallmark, you know, it is what it is. And it is, of course, nice to do. But just getting the league title was enough for me. But there you go then. Confirmation. We have gone 34 league games undefeated in the Eredivisie. And now that you've seen those then, as you guys probably know, that means we have gone a full league season undefeated. 34 games played, 26 wins, 8 draws and 0 defeats to our name. We join Ajax in the history books as one of the only sides in the Netherlands to have done that. So it's a massive achievement. And when you consider league title, unbeaten season, cup as well on top of that, potentially Champions League, but at least runners-up at this point. It's been an unbelievable year. And like I said in the last episode, if we do this today, and if by some miracle, we get our hands on that Champions League trophy, we've peaked. I think we've done everything that we are going to do with this club. I don't believe there'll be a better season than this. Everything has worked out. All we've got to do now is go one step closer and get that Champions League trophy in our hands. But first, I've got to show you a few things. So, news, I'm not going to lie, I'm fuming. I'm absolutely livid because team of the competition was announced. We've gone a full league campaign unbeaten and we haven't got a single player in this team. Explain that. How have we gone 34 games without defeat and we haven't got a single player in the team of the competition? It makes absolutely no sense. Golden boot for Marksman Bergwijn. He got 17 goals, which I understand. And then I can understand as well his player of the competition vote. But we've got nobody in a team of the year. Let's put that into perspective for you then. So if we take a look at our team in general this year and look at their average rating, I'm only going to count players who have played 20 or more games for the club this season. Odegaard, 7.8. Jesse, 7.8. Morrison, 7.8. Our lowest, realistically, who played 20 games or more this season, is down at Morgan Gibbs-White with a 7 match rating. 7. And that is our lowest with more than 20 appearances this year. Compare that then to, let's start with PSV, the team who finished second. Their highest rated player, Bergwijn, who won the Player of the Year, played at a 7.4. Lozano, Romero, and Bert Ramselaar are the only other 4 or 3 players that are even touching our worst rated player in the Eredivisie. Feyenoord, let's have a look at that. Again, there you go. I mean, it seems ridiculous to think about the fact that we haven't got a single player in there. Heracles' goalkeeper, who played at 6.4 with 12 clean sheets in the season, has got goalkeeper of the tournament, considering we had the 2 highest clean sheets across 2 goalkeepers. I don't understand it. I really don't. So that's kind of annoyed me a little bit. Obviously, I'm not going to let it get to me because we have a massive game to come. Top scorers, fair enough. Morrison with 10 to his name. The group with 10 to his name. Assist-wise, Odegaard, Jesse in there as well. Clean sheets, though. There you go. 27 combined across 2 goalkeepers. Stupid, really, isn't it? 27 clean sheets in 34 games. And we haven't got a single player in the team of the year. There we go. But now then, my friends, let's forget about the Eredivisie and let's move into our opportunity to make history. I'd say we are one of the lowest rated sides potentially to have an opportunity to win this Champions League. And the days are ticking by. I'll be back in a second with the biggest game of this series so far. Here we go then. A massive 8 minutes and a half for this one. I really want to embrace. Oh man, it's played in the Johan Cruyff Arena as well. Everything has sat perfectly for us. It's played in Holland. We don't even have to go that far. Just let it sink in for a bit. Let's just take in the moment. I've got no idea what Real Madrid's side is going to look like. We're going to find that out in a few moments' time. But there is ours anyway. 8 minutes and a half. We've pressed play. And from the Johan Cruyff Arena, the Champions League final of 2021. Ajax's ground. We've had a lot of success here in recent years. Are we going to have another? And for some of these players, this is the biggest game of their lives. They may never get here again. They may never have this opportunity again. Think about the likes of Rafael Morrison, who came to the club largely to reignite his career, and boy, has he done that. I'm sure for the likes of Patrick, De Groot, these type of players, there will be other Champions League finals, especially if we go elsewhere and take them with us. But there is, of course, the coveted trophy on offer. Not going to lie, nerves are starting to kick in a little bit now. There we go then. The rendition has been done. The Champions League theme song played out. And there is the side that stands in our way of picking up that Champions League trophy for the first time. It's arguably one of the most successful teams in the competition. And my goodness me, how good do they look on paper? Look at that 11. Even their front three. Martial, Belotti and Vinicius Jr. Oh man, this is going to be unbelievably tough. Oh, come on, we can do this. It's a massive ask. But if you're a neutral and you're not supporting the Graafschap tonight, what are you doing? I'll just say that. What are you doing? Unless you're a Real Madrid fan, of course. Then fair enough. But Anybody else, you should be with the underdogs. Of course, you've seen us, but for the purpose of this, I'm going to let it play out. Patrick, vitally important to us in terms of getting here. And he's had a lot of clubs look at him as well as Patrick. A fair few offers turned down in the recent transfer window we had for him, and I'm glad we did that. Obviously, Ravel Morrison reigniting that career like we spoke about. On the left, Serge Gnabry. On the right, Daniel de Groot. But the Champions League final of 2021 gets underway. And one side is going to be hurt after this 90 minutes, potentially even extra time. Ball through already for Dani Ceballos. Offside flag stays down. Dani Ceballos! Noah Beister with an important touch. Caught us out there after only 2 minutes on the clock. And Noah Beister gets something on that ball towards the back stick as Anthony Martial puts one in and Zoet will punch it. Immediately asking questions. And now Serge Gnabry, is there a breakaway here? Gnabry to carry. Herrera about to make that run. Kimpembe with him. Ivan Herrera, what are you going to do with the ball though? There's nobody really in the box. Herrera pulls it and looks for the cross. And it's well defended in the end by Real Madrid. Beister. Patrick, Morrison, lovely, Herrera, Gnabry might be able to go here and Serge Gnabry might be in as well. Gnabry putting it back on the right foot and going back on the left. It's still Serge Gnabry who lifts one in. Oh, it's all over the place. What's happened here? Morrison can't put it in. And Courtois and Kimpembe between the two of them have eventually dealt with the problem. Got absolutely no idea what just happened to them there though for a few seconds because it looked like they didn't really know what was going on. Gnabry again here as we started off very well here. Serge Gnabry, another cross in, looking for the head of Daniel de Groot. This time it's defended, and we still got possession though. Taylor towards Patrick. Real Madrid under a bit of pressure early on here, and it's good to see from us. We're not here just to be a punching bag. We are here to play football. So far, we've limited the space in behind for them, but you do sense that they do have the ability to carve us open. Kovacic, Martial, lucky to still have that, as Noah Beister went over. Belotti's in, and Zoet has made the big save, his first of the night. 15 on the clock, and Real Madrid denied in the opening goal. Zoet with a first save, given the nod ahead of Andre Onana tonight, and that's the reason why. And again, he's there. Belotti with a header this time. 2 chances in the space of 2 minutes for Madrid as they probe for this opener. It's not a free kick. It's not. That's unbelievable. That's what you call buying a free kick. Turning around to the referee, arms up in the air, questioning it and going, what on earth, ref? Nothing in that. Noah Beister did really well. And he's got a tough task tonight against Anthony Martial. Morrison, look at Herrera. Come on, Ivan Herrera. First chance in this Champions League final for him. Straight at Courtois. That's the only problem with Ivan Herrera. He works so hard for us, but when he's getting into these positions to finish chances, sometimes doesn't have that end product. And we saw it there. Oh, again, you see what I'm saying? Like, these free kicks that they're getting given here are actually a joke. There's just hardly anything in it, and they're just, like, kind of stopping dead and then throwing their arms up to the referee, and he's giving them. I mean, explain what that is wrong with that. That's absolutely brilliant how we've just played our way out here. And there might be a chance again. Daniel de Groot carries it forward. Morrison, Patrick. The man you would want on the edge of the area here. Ravel Morrison gives him it back. Patrick with a turn. It had to be Patrick van Leeuwen. Champions League final. And he's done it. Just let this goal sink in. What a moment. Patrick, I'm not being funny. You just wrote yourself into the history of this club. Through the club's youth academy. Scored vital goals in the lead up to this Champions League final. And my friends, I can't believe I'm saying this, but Patrick has put us 1-0 in front inside the Johan Cruyff Arena against arguably the most successful club in this competition's history. We lead after 36 minutes by 1-0. Nowhere near done, of course. Still lots to do in this final. But we've struck first. Defending, though. Oh, look at that from Madrid. Look at that from Real Madrid. That is why. Oh, my God, we got away with that. Composure. Holy. Here goes Serge Gnabry again, down the left-hand side. Got the beating again of Dani Carvajal. Gnabry swings the delivery in. Mate, that was Patrick attacking it again. I'm not even joking. That was Patrick again. We're a minute to play until half-time, and it would be a massive moment if we lead at the break by 1-0 in this final. Real Madrid have shown signs of class, though, when they broke us down to nearly equalise. Vinicius Jr., I think it was, hitting the post. And then, of course, the follow-up, Noah Beister completely missed, and they couldn't get anybody on it. As Anthony Martial is past Beister for the first time. He's trying to hold him off here, and There might still be a chance in this. Martial's going to have a go. Oh my God. I mean, that's unbelievable. Should Zoet save it? I don't even know at this point. Nah, that's just... Well, back to all square. Half-time goes 1-0 at the break. Oh, sorry, 1-1 at the break, I should say. Oh, man. So close to going in at half-time, a goal up. No changes at half-time for us. Looking for very much the same performance in the first. It's been an end-to-end final here. I don't think either side has really been better than the other one so far. I will say, though, if we could have just gone into the break 1-0, I think we'd be in a better scenario than we are now. Because I feel like momentum has slightly shifted the way of Real Madrid after that goal, especially the way it went in. Ravel Morrison, Serge Gnabry, looking for a positive start to this second half. Gnabry towards the byline, lifts one in. Oh, it's there! We've done it again! Is it Patrick again? It's Patrick again! Yes! Hero. Absolute hero. No way, this guy. I have absolutely no words anymore. In all of my series on YouTube, I don't think we have seen a more clinical, more important player to a side, my bad, accidentally dropped my controller, than Patrick. Oh my God, he's done it again. I can't believe it. Right, wherever I end up going, I now have to, by law, take Patrick with me. Ridiculous. 2-1 to us in the Champions League final, and both of them have come through Patrick. Oh, nice ball. Greg Taylor up against Vinicius Jr. And I'm beginning to get impatient with this referee. Like, what does he want? A completely non-contact game? There's hardly anything in that, and he's given it in a free kick in a really dangerous area now for us to defend. Boss has done the first bit of defending, and there's the volley coming in, so we'll catch it. Ref, sort your head out right now. Boss just lends it off to Serge Gnabry. Gnabry now towards the byline like he did for our second goal. It's bounced out. Oh no, I switched accidentally to Patrick instead of keeping with Milivojevic, who would have probably got there as well. Now Belotti towards Isco. Isco down the line for Vinicius Jr. Greg Taylor got to try and stop this. Greg Taylor up against him, and Greg Taylor wins it. Get in. Oh no. No. Tried to play our way out. A bit too intricate. Vinicius Jr. Milivojevic was the man who gave the ball away initially. But we're defending with everything we've got. Martial has got it for Real. Gnabry's done enough. And we get away with that. Okay, well, this might be where Real Madrid now try and hurt us. Vinicius Jr. and Greg Taylor go at it again. And here we go again then. Greg Taylor up against him. Jr. cuts it back, finds Isco. Back towards this wide area. Dani Carvajal up from fullback. Lifts one in. Milivojevic is there. De Groot. Not a great pass. Morrison has just prevented anything, though, from breaking. Isco. So much is relaying on this now as Isco's shot goes over. The tension is unbearable. Milivojevic. Jesse come off the bench, remember? Here he is, Jesse. Inside the Real Madrid penalty area. Trying to get the shot away. Penalty kick has been given. 13 minutes left. And we have a penalty to make it 3-1. Let's face it, although Milivojevic will be taking plaudits for scoring that penalty kick, the night really has been about one player, hasn't it? Patrick. He is the man. Well, I call him a man. The guy's still like 19, who has carried us to a Champions League final victory, potentially, if we can hold out for the last 9 minutes. I don't even know what to make of this. This has been, honestly, in my time on YouTube, in my series, is probably the biggest achievement we've done. Considering ultimate difficulty as well. And to take this side all this way after getting knocked out in the Europa League last year. Quarterfinals. I said I didn't want to be the punching bag in this year's Champions League when we came into it. My goodness me, was I wrong. Punching bag. We're going to go on to win it. This will go down in the history books. 2 to go. And the fans inside the arena are in full voice. Champion has been shouted out and about. The group looking for one more opportunity. As the time ticks away from Real Madrid here. Belotti wins that flick on. They've played some good stuff at times, but we have been head and shoulders brilliant tonight. I can't believe it. Honestly, man, 3 minutes left. Just give me this. I want to savour every single second left of this final. Taylor has been sensational at left back against Vinicius Jr. tonight as well. I have to say that. Probably his best game for us. He's, of course, here on loan, I think, from Napoli, wasn't it? Greg Taylor, best performance so far in a shirt of our club. And this goes for a lot of other players out there as well. Nobody, absolutely nobody could have expected this at the beginning of the season. We had to get here through a playoff round. And now we're on the verge of lifting it. Seconds away. Seconds away. Martial's going to throw it back in. Tony Crew heads it back out. The group nicks it. And there it is, my friends. Oh my goodness. This is the guy that did it. Man of the match, Patrick. Man of the match. 9.1 match rating. In fact, have I just seen that right? I mean, look at the rest of the players around him. There's really only Milivojevic, who got close. Ravel Morris in 8.1. Nabry 7.6. Look at the rest of them. Nobody really standing out there. Martial was brilliant for Real Madrid. I thought they at times looked really dangerous, but it has to be said, the players that we put out there tonight, unbelievable. And for quite a few of them, that was their best performance in the Graafschap shirt, honestly, man. But this is the guy, this is him, this is the player who goes down in the history books of this club. And he's still, I think, only 19 or 20. Madness. I'm still kind of trying to let it a little bit sink in, just how far we have come. Look at that. Nabry stood next to him. I mean, it should be Patrick stood next to that. But honestly, I think this has to go up there with one of my favourite but most achieved series in terms of what we've accomplished with this team. We came here in Season 1 and they were the second joint lowest rated side in the league. Within the first season, pulled them up to 3rd place. Second season, did a domestic double, went to the quarterfinals of the Europa League. Third season, domestic double, undefeated in the league, and a Champions League title. And he's only 20, is Patrick. 5-star weak foot, though. 20 years of age. What a man. What comes next, then? Well, to give you guys a quick rundown, we will have ourselves the goal of the season for Season 3 that's going to come out, where you guys can vote. As planned, at the end of the series, we're going to have like an overall goal of the series where we put all of the winners into that, and then we have one overall winner. But I think for us, our time here is pretty much done. So I'm going to try and find myself a new job, and from next episode, not the goal of the season vote, we will be at a new club where hopefully we'll be bringing Patrick along with us. If you have any preferences for where you want us to go, as in what league, leave me a comment, because I will try and obviously get somewhere that is a challenge. The problem is, as you saw there, at the moment, the only jobs available are in the Netherlands or in Belgium. I have had Premier League teams, I have had French League teams, and I have had Spanish League teams all appearing here before, so that's what I'm kind of waiting for. And once one of those pops up and it takes my fancy, I will head over there. But if you got any preferences, like you want me to go to the Premier League, want me to go to the German League or the Italian League or anything like that, if they do pop up, I will try and get a job in there. So we'll see how that one pans out. But a massive, massive thank you for watching this episode. I apologise to headphone users. It was such a tense atmosphere that I felt like one mistake and Real Madrid were going to make us pay. Didn't happen like that, and obviously I celebrated like a madman, shouting my way through this when we scored the goals we did. I couldn't believe it, man. What a moment. But yeah, so thank you for watching this episode. Thank you for the support over the last 3 seasons. Hopefully you will enjoy wherever it is that we go next. And of course, Patrick will be coming with us. Don't you worry about that. For you guys who are watching this in the Premiere stream or the Premiere side of things, thank you for tuning in. Obviously, I will have been in chat talking to you guys at the same time as this has gone on. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. For those of you watching this as a video afterwards, make sure to hit that like button down below. And I will see you all again very soon. Have a fantastic day, fantastic week. Catch you again later. Adios.